Hello everyone, this is Fran. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to do something a little different. We're going to make a Texas sheet cake, but we're going to turn it into a chocolate bundt cake. Let's get started. The first thing I did was preheat my oven to 350 degrees. That is done, so I won't forget that. We need a preheated oven. And I'm going to use this Betty Crocker Delights. It's a triple chocolate fudge cake mix. Very simple and easy recipe. So now we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Three tablespoons of whole milk. 1/4 cup of canola oil. And now we're going to put in 3 large eggs. Also going to add to this 1 teaspoon of instant coffee. It really brings out the chocolate. We're going to combine this. I'm just going to hand mix it. This batter is going to be a thick batter. Make sure everything is incorporated really good. This is the smallest bundt pan that I have, so I'm just going to spray it with some Baker's Joy and get this cake mix in here. We're just going to pour in our batter. This is going to be a small bundt cake, enough just for your family for one night. That was so quick and so easy. Okay, now we're going to get to work on the frosting. The frosting is a little we're going to cook our frosting. So when that cake comes out, we're going to let the cake cool and we're going to pour that frosting all over the top. We are going to put in 1 stick of unsalted butter right into our pan. We're going to let it melt. This makes a really good icing for the frosting. We're going to let that melt. And when it starts to melt, we're going to pour in our cocoa. Okay, so we're going to let this sit here, kind of turn it on medium heat and let that butter melt. We don't want to burn it. We don't want to burn it. We don't want to cook it too long, so we're just going to heat it up. I'm making this cake because tomorrow night the football season starts. And I love football, and I want to go ahead and I've got plans tomorrow, and so, but I want to go ahead and I want to have a dessert, and it's the first night of real football, not preseason. I love cold cake. I always think cake is better the next day. So I thought I'd go ahead and make this and get it all ready so I won't have to do it tomorrow night, and nothing will distract me from the game, and I can have a piece of chocolate cake at halftime. Getting that butter all melted. And I am going to go ahead and put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Just start stirring. 3 tablespoons of whole milk. And I'm also going to share this with my little grandbabies. probably take them a piece later today. Maybe my mom. Let's see. I have 1/4 cup of pecans or walnuts, whatever you want to use. I always use walnuts because they're cheaper, but you can use pecans, whatever you have, if you want to chop it up. Sometimes I use mixed nuts, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to get out my, this is the way I chop my nuts. I just take them, put them in a little baggie. Take my rolling pin and I smash them. And we're letting this just come to a boil. Stir it real good. And now I'm going to pour in 2½ cups of powdered sugar. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the powdered sugar. I have this on very low heat. I do not have it on even medium. I just have it on low. And this icing hardens as you layer it. So now we're going to go ahead and pour in our 1/4 cup of nuts. And you don't even have to have nuts if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. Make sure the heat is turned off before you put the nuts in. Make sure your heat is turned off, or as soon as you put them in, turn it off. It should look something like that. Now we're going to pull our bundt cake out of the oven. Oh yeah, this looks delicious. Took about 20 minutes. That's it. Quick, easy, simple. Oh my goodness. And we got our frosting. And our frosting is already ready. I'm going to take this out and let it cool before we ice this. So I'm going to get it out of here and I'm going to cool it. We're going to be eating cake pretty soon. I'm just going to use a cooling rack. Oh my goodness. This looks so good. It smells so good in here, y'all. I always put a piece of parchment paper underneath my cake. Okay, my cake is cooled and I put it on a cute little plate. And I'm just going to set it right here on that cooling rack, just in case. And if your icing gets a little hard, because it does, you can just heat it back up. Pour this icing right over the top. I'm just going to smooth it around. This is our little Texas sheet cake, bundt cake, however you want to call it. You can make it up if you want, whatever you want to call it. But this is what I take a Texas sheet cake and turn it into a small bundt cake. It tastes the same to me. I love this. I hope you go and make it. It's just a great treat. I'm going to cut it in just a minute. That looks so good. Okay, we're going to try it. This cake is so good. Doesn't crumble. It's moist. Go make this chocolate cake. Oh my gosh. Go Chiefs.